couple of weeks ago, I accidentally left my car keys in my uniform pants at work. I realized when I got to the subway station where I'd parked that I'd left my keys back at work, a half-hour train ride and no guarantee I'd be able to get back in the building. It was after midnight. I called my husband to ask him to bring me the spare key. I wound up taking an Uber home. I needed to go get my car because they ticket after 2 a.m. usually. So when I got home, I was pretty upset that I called 22 times and he hadn't answered. When I got home, I went inside and up to the bedroom and woke him up. I was pissed that had this been a serious emergency, I wouldn't have been able to get through to him. He complained that I was mad at him for something I did. I replied that no, I was mad at me for forgetting my keys. I was mad at him for not having his phone on and that he's unreliable in an emergency, which thankfully this wasn't a huge one. So AITA for waking him up and being pissed that I couldn't reach him.
Not only was this not a serious emergency, like, I don't think this is an emergency. This is a up.
I think so. OP was very huffed and very caught in their own emotions. So they decided to catastrophize and make this an emergency. However, there was no point in waking the husband up. Let him sleep. You don't get to penalize someone because their phone policy doesn't match. Like, fix the phone policy later.
To say that he's unreliable in an emergency because his phone was on silent after midnight when, like, this situation was not even an emergency is just not really an okay conclusion to draw.
She should have said is, this policy could lead to unreliability in an emergency.